Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Mangsvance Wars. This episode is going to be very interesting, I think, because from here on out, some maps have been given special coding, sometimes to give the map a special map objective, and sometimes to give the map a special condition. In this episode, we're going to be seeing examples of both, starting with 9-inch nails. Whoa. That's gotta be a Mangs map. If it has a terrible reference in the map name, it's a Mangs map. So in the case of 9-inch nails, you're going to notice that there are labs on this map, and I've actually repurposed labs somewhat. Instead of counting as a glorified HQ, now the enemy has 4 labs, and you've got to capture all of them in order to win the map. And simply put, if the enemy has a lab to start with, and they have 0 labs after one gets captured, then they lose the map. So this shouldn't interfere with the campaign maps that have labs. And the enemy CO is interesting. I'm pretty sure instead of this CO, Cold Steel, being created by a viewer and submitted for voting, it was actually created by Panzergraph. I'm pretty sure he made it, I'm not totally certain, but whoever it was, they were able to get in simply because they were friends with Mangs, which is not good. Always remember, nepotism leads to the creation of horrible COs. Don't you say a word. Now then, Cold Steel. I think the idea is that he is a parody of OCs with overly complicated abilities because we had to define what a light unit and a heavy unit was just so that we could fit all of the info we needed to in the dossier. Otherwise, it would turn into a Fire Emblem Heroes weapon with an extremely long description, etc. And his abilities aren't really that creative either, if you ask me. I mean, they just give some units a boost in movement and others lose some attack. And his CO powers are very basic as well. So yeah, maybe that's the idea here. I still don't like it though. Anyways, if you need to verify what boosts he gets, just go to this screen on the dossier. It's always correct, unlike some of the other COs. And as for the map, well, if you need capturing done, then Lily is a very good choice for getting that job done. So I'm going to try and snag as many of the labs and bases as possible. You can see that the player starts with a little bit more money than the enemy actually does, I think. Oh yeah, 1 less base, okay. But that is still quite a lot to start with. And of course, the enemy has uncapturable airports, and looks kind of weird to have a reef right next to the airport like that, but it doesn't really matter because there's no C units. So let's get started already. I have to do this in 15 days in order to get 100 speed, so I think we should get to that straight away. Now then, we've got a couple of bases that are right next to each other, so I suppose the best thing to do is to do the classic infantry and APC, and I suppose I could try and get another one going up here. And I suppose I could distract whatever comes out of the base. So Kartal actually, sent me a screenshot of his score for this map. He got 300 points in 12 days. And I think he wants me to try and get this in 10 days. I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and be a little bit cheeky. I'm going to have the infantry wait inside of the APC in order to capitalize on Lily's ability. Let's see, where should I go? If I play like that, I should be able to possibly secure the labs without having to do anything, because the AI will be distracted by all this capturing that's going on. And in the... Oh dear. Oh, okay. That was weird. I thought the game hanged. Well, I guess I'm leaving that in. I suppose pressing R on certain terrain, like cities, causes it to hang for a couple of seconds. I didn't know this was a bug. Okay. I guess I better find out if there's a way to fix that. That's strange. Anyways, we can confirm that the labs do in fact give income. I was wondering about that. Don't worry, guys. This isn't really a bug that's going to hurt the game in any way. You can still press the R button on terrain and be fine, but okay. I guess I have to look into that. The development job is never completely over, no matter how much you think you've done to try and squash all the bugs. Some bugs have even been reported to me in YouTube comments. So don't worry, guys. I'm hearing your messages. I'll get around to it as soon as I can. Also, you're not really going to be able to hear it that well because the enemy phases are very short for the first couple of turns, but Cold Steel's theme is a remix of... I actually don't know what the song title is, to be honest, but it goes like, "Wake me up inside," whatever song that is. I actually know it better because there's a parody of that song with a bunch of Darkside Phil jokes. And if you don't know who that is, you probably don't want to. In fact, I've probably cursed the video simply by mentioning Phil, but whatever. Alright. So this actually secures 2 of the labs straight away. Lily OP. You know, I have been wondering if this ability was too OP for a CO, but Mangs insisted on keeping her this way and even buffing her at one point. Right, so these 2 labs are secure, and you do have to avoid the labs getting recaptured, because they can still get recaptured. So what I think I'm going to do is first focus on getting my units up into the top left, because that's probably where most of the action is going to go. With these 2 labs secured, I don't really need to pay too much attention to them. Cold Steel opted not to attack with the infantry, that's fine. Saves me a turn. And he actually doesn't build anything on this base. Well, that'd be a mistake. You can't recapture the lab now. Alright. Working on getting some money. 2 down. And I suppose I don't really need to bother with this base or the airport. The AI is still not really that good. I'm sure if this were Dual Strike, where the AI is a little bit better, then I would definitely not be having as much of an easy time as I seem to be now. And this anti-air is even in range of the tank that I just built. So sure, go ahead. And yeah, I'm gonna block the other side with the recon. The tank is still probably gonna get a chance to hit my tank. So I suppose I better, like, send another one of my own tanks up there, or maybe concentrate the tanks in that direction. So that base is still not captured. I'm going to have to wait a turn. So I'm going to get an APC over here, because the APC in the bottom left is probably going to get blown up on this turn. Which means I should probably get a tank down there, too. Stop that, lab from getting recaptured. Okay, that's good. And the mech actually went for the infantry. I guess that's okay. Right. What should I do here? I guess the recon can come back around. Oh, he's got a rocket up there. That's going to make taking the lab a little bit difficult. But he's building nothing but infantry over here, so I don't need to go over there straight away. Well, I suppose at least the map is interesting. I'm going to get into the rocket's blind spot. This is probably going to... It's probably not going to hurt that bad. In fact, the tank is probably going after the recon. So let's see here. Labs don't repair, by the way. I'm pretty sure that's how they work in Reboot Camp and the original game as well. In fact, that's got to be how it works in the original game. But I'm pretty sure it's how Reboot Camp handled it. Alright, so what should happen here? I think the APC should probably just stay on the base to stop Cold Steel from building. So... Actually, let's get another infantry down here. Yeah, support this. If I capture that base, this will be way easier. And meanwhile, I can get another infantry here. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, I've got no comment. Mangs wrote all of his quotes. Don't blame me for this. Remember, I'm just the programming guy, even though I did design a couple maps. Now, considering the other map that I'm going to play in today's video, I did kind of worry somewhat that maybe I was turning Mangsvance Wars into too much of a me project. Because it's supposed to be a Mangs project, but I just came up with so many ideas that I really wanted to do. And I started to wonder, you know, I sure hope I'm not taking over the project or anything. But I'm sure if Mangs is okay with it, then that means everybody's probably going to be okay with it, and it's totally fine. So, what to do here? First, start capturing. Oh yeah, and, the bug that I mentioned in the previous video, where the infantry doesn't have footstep sound effects, it affects labs as well. It basically affects any new terrain in Advance Wars 2. They just forgot to have it make footstep sounds for the infantry. And I really don't know what these guys should do. Maybe if Cold Steel completely ignores this base, I'll be able to capture it. Now I need to get this recon out of the way, so... That's a very effective way to get rid of it. Alright, I'm gonna need... He built a B-copter, so I'm gonna need, an anti-air. Oh wait, is this within range of that? Darn it. I goofed. Oh well, that's fine. If I get the regular power, then I'll be able to build mechs out of the APCs, so it's good that I invested. Alright, it went down to 5 HP, that isn't too bad. And actually, that does give me my regular power, but I can't build anything if there's already units inside of them, so maybe next turn. I could build out of this one, though. Alright, I'm in range of the artillery, I know that. But if I push through and damage the artillery, then I should be okay. Can't really do that. Though I can chip at it a little bit, but it's really just going to cost him some money, which is probably a good thing. Alright, so it looks like that, lab is going to be okay. So... Oh, he's got a recon over here now. Uh-oh. It looks like it'll be okay over there, and I've got this base, so it's time to take on the upper lab. So time to direct all my units up there. I'll keep these guys around as a distraction or something. Let's see, how far can this copter move? Oh, we can attack the APC. Oh, goodness. I guess I must be off my game because I'm not playing Advance Wars as much as I did back when Reboot Camp came out. So one anti-air, excuse me, is fine for taking on the B-copter, and I should be able to get some mechs going on the next turn. Looks a little bit troublesome, but I think I'm okay. Where's he building all of his units? Oh, he built a medium tank up here. Oh my goodness. I don't have to actually destroy it though if I play my cards right. Cards, magician. Oh, whoops, I skipped the quote. That was a really good one too. Wait, so this goes here and builds. Do I need to bother with that recon? He's gonna open up the base, so maybe I should bother with it. As for these guys, do that. And I'm gonna try and repair that tank if possible. Let's go around to here. Nothing can hit me from that position. I can still build? Oh. You can apparently build and have 2 units inside of an APC, which is normally not supposed to be possible. Maybe I just left that in because I thought it would be really cool. Clown Car APC. Works perfectly. In fact, I kind of like it. I'm gonna keep that. And I suppose this infantry can continue heading west. I spent quite a lot of money on repairing and getting those infantry. Oh, and go ahead and finish off that rocket too. Even though I could just, like, leave it there and have it soak up a bunch of Cold Steel's money. Uh-oh. He got the base open. And now he's got a rocket there. Oh my goodness. But I think this pretty much secures the, yeah, this lab is pretty much secure now, and I need to direct all of my units over to the right side. It looks like I'm not going to be able to complete this in under 10 turns. What turn are we on? 9. Yeah, it's impossible unless I, like, get a super immediately. Alright, so the AI has just not been that smart. I'm gonna do this, because I really want to capture the rocket is probably just gonna fire at the 1 HP tank. I'm okay with that, honestly. Could probably work on getting that base up in the north. Not that I need it. Yeah, I'm just trying to fill the power meter at this point. Maybe get the capture going just a little bit quicker. But I've already used my power once, so that's probably not going to happen. Alright, what do I need built? I probably need artillery at this point, but they're going to be so far away from that medium tank. Oh, he's got his super now. Right, right. Alright, let's hope I don't take too much damage here. Oh no! Ouch! Okay. 2 units lost. And that was kind of an important APC as well. Oh well. How many have I lost so far? 4. That is not too bad. I'm not worried about my tech score at any rate. Now I just need to worry about destroying that tank so I can actually get onto the last lab. What to do here? Yeah, it's unfortunate that I can't teleport my artillery up there. That would be really helpful. So I suppose for future reference, if you play this map, best to try and find a way to have artillery up here or something, or maybe try to get this base first. I'm not sure if I want to use a power right away, though. just gonna try and get some artillery up there, and maybe a medium tank of my own. Well, this is taking longer than I expected. But it will be fine. Both of his units could destroy one of my tanks, but, like, it doesn't really matter. They won't be able to move out of that area. And he even took counterattack damage, so that helps me get rid of that tank faster. I think I need... I think a regular power is what I need to build another mech and have it ready to take the lab. Go up here and join. You want to get this base as soon as possible, I bet. I'm not even sure I need to move around all of these units, but no matter. Did he build any air units? Okay, so he's got one. I should be good in most other respects, however, so this should be alright. Just gonna put up some defenses around here, just in case. This capture's done. Good job, infantry. You kept at it for 5 turns. Okay, good. Alright, that looks good. I should be able to match Kartal's record. Fine by me. This is so much fun, being able to move immediately after leaving the transporter. Right, need an anti-air over here. 2 of them, in fact. I wish I could get into the rocket's blind spot, but it's probably okay. The rocket has a firepower penalty, after all. And, I should be good here, actually. I just need to capture that last lab, and the game's over. Please don't use a power. Oh... He's gonna take up even more time. Not really a huge problem, though. So that took a little bit longer than I was expecting it to. No losses. No, looks good. Let me make sure my tech score is good. Lost 7. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, I'm just spamming at this point. Maybe I could damage some units and get my power going. Oh no, my power's going. Okay, so that's what I'll do. Oh, something's making noise outside. You'll have to excuse that. Oh, I gotta build another unit, but it's probably okay. This has got to be an S rank. Yeah, there we go. 297. Another map down, and I'm particularly excited to show you this. 13 days. Alright, so it wasn't better than Kartal's score, or even on par with him. Whatever, I'll play it again sometime. In just a moment, I will have another map ready to show to you all, so I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the moment that I have been waiting for a while now. The next map is Switcheroo, and it's one of my creations. This is one of the most unique maps in the entire ROM hack, in my opinion. I am, of course, tooting my own horn here, but I really believe that I have created a crown jewel of a map here. There are so many gimmicks that create a unique experience in this map, and I am so very happy to have had the opportunity to create it for this ROM hack project. So, let's get into it straight away because there's going to be a lot to talk about. And one of the gimmicks in this map involves the enemy CO, so I will have to spend a moment introducing her because there's a lot to say. So, the enemy CO, or should I say the player CO, because this is a different music from what we have been hearing throughout my videos of this ROM hack, and the infantry actually swapped their sprites. I didn't know that would happen. So, in this map, you select the enemy CO rather than the player CO. And the reason for that is the player CO, I guess you could say, is Jun Yorigami, who is a cameo from Touhou Project. Now, we wouldn't have accepted a cameo from another game in our CO submissions. However, Mangs did not actually know what Touhou Project was, so this kind of slipped through and the viewers wound up voting for her, so we wound up just letting her in. I believe Hanako created the CO of Jun Yorigami. Not the character, but the CO with the abilities and stuff. So blame Hanako for this, is what I'm saying. Jun Yorigami is the... By the way, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but Jun Yorigami is the money CO of Mangsvance Wars. The way she works is that the less money she has, the more power she gets. And if she has exactly 0 money, she'll get the biggest boost out of it. So managing your money in a different way is what you need when playing as Jun. Her regular power is kind of a variation on power of money. It gives her more power for however much money she has, but all of her money will disappear the instant she uses this power. And her superpower is also very interesting. I came up with this idea for this super. Hanako didn't. So the idea I came up with is, in Advance Wars 2, the game is actually tracking how much money you spend over the course of the battle, but this isn't really used for anything, so I thought it would be a great opportunity to use it for the money CO, the custom money CO. So that's what I did for her super. The longer the battle lasts, the more powerful this is going to be. And this also includes money spent on repairing units, which is going to be important because since I knew that the player would always be playing as Jun in this map, I decided to design a map specifically for her. So yes, you have a bunch of 1 HP units, and rather than building units and capturing stuff, you can still capture stuff, of course. If you capture the bases, you can still build units. But the idea here is that you have to manage all of your units' HP by repairing them before sending them out into battle. You might have to decide to send them out much sooner than you normally would, in case you want to get them to full HP, or maybe if you need them immediately, you can send them out before they've got full HP, stuff like that. And that doesn't really matter for your transporter units, so you don't need to repair those. But yeah, that's the gimmick. Are you impressed? Of course, the enemy isn't restricted by this. Since you're picking the enemy CO instead of your CO, you might have to think about... well, the game will actually, like, still track whichever CO you selected in the high score screen, so, like, you could, I don't know if it's possible to, like, do this faster if you had chosen somebody else. Maybe, like, if you choose Itlog, then, you would be facing somebody with low defense, and it might be just a little bit easier to take him out, as opposed to somebody like, I don't know, Taka, who's pretty defensive. But, yeah. And also, there's no ports or airports, so you can't repair the sea or air units. But I added the landers and cruiser just in case you wanted to maybe transport your T-copters or other land units. So, the character of Jun actually plays into this gimmick really well, because I'm gonna dump some Touhou lore on you guys. I'm not sure how many of you actually know what Touhou is. But in the Touhou universe, Jun Yorigami... she is a boss in one of the fighting games. I don't really play the fighting games all that much, but in her boss battle, I know what happens. She forces your partner to switch with her partner when you reach her at the end of the game. So you wind up with a really lame partner, because she had a really lame partner. She doesn't like her sister that much. Her sister, Shion, is completely useless and apparently very much cursed. So, her switching Shion with your partner is very detrimental to you. And yes, I'm going to be spending the first couple of turns just repairing, because I can't really do much with 3 HP units. So I thought this would make for a very interesting gimmick, having her switch your CO with her, because that would be kind of a nod to her ability in Touhou Project. And it also explains how you're able to buy the COs after you've unlocked them. Of course, in the current version of the game, we just made it so that you have all of the COs unlocked automatically. You don't have to purchase them or anything. But, you know, having the money CO also be able to sell you the unlockable COs through her perfect possession ability. That's what the ability is called, by the way. It really just fit together really well. So I'm actually going to join this mech and start repairing an infantry. You could join 5 HP units if you wanted to. That will get your units into the fray quicker. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going. And also, June's music theme in this game is a remix of her theme from Touhou Project. Wild Matsu did that. And after he was done making this theme and making it sound really good, he just said he wouldn't try to remix any more Touhou Project songs. Which I thought was kind of funny because he did so well the first time. And, I guess Touhou Project music is very complicated from a musical perspective, which prompted me to try and remix another Touhou theme. So my units are at 7 HP. So I will send them out now. Of course, when I remixed a Touhou Project theme, it didn't come out nearly as good. But I kind of wanted to, I kind of wanted to stick it to Matsu, honestly. Like, no shade or anything, just like, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling at the moment, and, you know, any moment now I might start rambling about Touhou lore if I think about it anymore. So, I'm going to, just get on with the map now. I'm now actually fighting Lily, and I accidentally left my cruiser in range of the artillery. Don't fire at me! Please move. Okay, good. That was close. I'm just blocking Lily from building any C units. I have to get used to the fact that I'm up against her now. Right. So, a sneak HQ capture is probably the best play, but with 7 HP Neo-tanks, you can actually do quite a bit of damage, and the enemy has built a medium tank. So yes, I did give the enemy a bunch of money as well. And, I'd better, that infantry is actually just going to capture, so it's probably alright to just leave it there. Alright, and, so yeah, part of the map here is not only managing money through repairing units, you've also got to be sure that you repair enough that June's powers start activating, because you're playing as her now. And let's see here. This missile could probably... If this missile makes it down to that shoal, I could probably lock down the airport. So, I'm going to try and get over there. Get onto the lander and send it that away. And not much to do with these units here. Until my mechs start repairing, I'm not going to put them onto the T-copters. So yes, I had to explain a bunch about this map. You can see that it's a very complicated gimmick. But having it all tied together, well, that really made me happy when it actually came together and started working. One of my best ideas ever, in my opinion. Now it's time to actually start getting through to the enemy units. It's at 7 HP, I can't really one-shot, but I should be able to block that base. I'll be in range of the artillery, but it's fine. Maybe not as fine as I thought. Should I can start transporting something now. And you could also totally join units if you wanted to. That'll get them into the fray quicker. I think I mentioned that already. But you would be down a unit. I don't trust that infantry to not attack something. I'm getting onto the lander. Right, these units are probably good to go. Ah, Lily's got a bomber. I wonder what Lily would do if she had a bomber. Like, for real. Alright. Probably should have just sent the missile off to the right, instead of the left. But whatever. Okay, now to get some tanks going. I've got a little bit of extra money. This really sounds like final boss music, but it's not the final boss of Mangsvance Wars by a long shot. But then June was a final boss, so it is probably fitting. Uh-oh. Oh! Lost one of the units. I just put the cruiser there to block the port. I don't think it's really super helpful for anything. Oh, geez. There sure are a lot of enemies over there now. Alright, this bomber is going to be very annoying, so... I could maybe try to drag it over here into range of a missile. Yeah, there's a lot of scary units. I guess this is a result of giving Lily so much money. And I don't have her transporter powers. But I'm gonna try my best here. At least I can hide on the defensive terrain and put the missile here. Let's see if the bomber decides to try and get in close. And not, like, go after the lander or anything. It might try to go for the lander. I guess I'll keep an anti-air over here just in case. Having all these transporters be at 1 HP is kind of scary as well. Alright, time to start repairing some units, because I've got a little bit more money than usual. Or I could spend it on the CO power. I suppose it might be a little bit annoying that you have to, basically, like, sit and wait for all of your units to recover their HP before you're allowed to move them around. But you've also got to get out there and start fighting things. Splitting hairs. I forgot I made that pun. That's a good one. Okay, that's probably not what I wanted to see. I just hope it's an easy ride to the HQ after I fend off this initial wave. Alright, so that bomber could go for basically anything at this point. Oh, is it in range? Nah, just barely. It's actually the T-copter. Okay. I wish I had a CO with a movement boost right about now. Take that out. I guess I have to drop all of my units because I got no idea if the bomber is going to go for a transporter. I would love to lock down that airport, so I'm going to have a missile repair. Oh yeah, and I have to actually spend money in order to power up June. So if you repair all your units, then there won't be anything to spend money on, and you'll be losing your powers. That's also something to keep in mind. Very complicated map. Alright, I'm gonna drop units. Should probably start taking away some money from the enemy as well. Oh, that was unlucky. I was hoping for a kill. The missile can get in the forest, at least. Oh, geez, it's gonna go after the lander, huh? Yeah. Should have realized that. Okay, this might be tougher than I expected. But if I can sneak something into the HQ, then I'll be totally alright. I just have to fend off the bomber. I can at least do some damage to it here. Alright, so the enemy has a Neo-Tank, so I think it's time for the Queen of Bubble Power. This is one of June's attacks from Touhou Project, by the way, Queen of Bubble. Unfortunately, Extortioner of the 80s didn't fit, so I just had to name it Extortioner. Well, that's a lesser power boost than I was expecting. It's probably because I've taken damage. That's more like it. So this is one advantage of playing June on a map where you have so much money. And because it dropped my power to 0, I'm getting the maximum boost. Right, the bomber and B-copter are all the way over there, and there's no anti-air in sight. Let's get in there. But there is a B-copter. It's probably safer to do this. I suppose I could land some reinforcements via the lander. Joining is probably not what I want to do right now, so get in there and get going. No, that's too close. Oh no, that's too close. I made a mistake. Actually, I think I should be able to block. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, weird air unit physics. Alright, let's see what she does. Oh yeah, if she uses her regular power, by the way, the AI actually can't build from transporters like the player can. That's simply a limitation of me not knowing how to get the AI to actually do that. Because it's easy to make the player do it because you could simply put in a custom command for the menus. And it's much simpler than it seems. But, the AI doesn't use menus like that, so I don't know what to do there. Okay, that was lucky. I'm gonna get the artillery out of range. Because another problem is that your tech score is going to be very annoying to maintain, because you can't build any more units. Alright. So I might be able to sneak in there now that the bomber is gone. So I'll get some more units going. I should probably send the Neo-Tank back for repairs. But if I capture something, I'll be fine on that front. And I don't think I should get the lander any closer straight away, so I'm going to drop something to help out over here. These rockets really need to get in there and start firing. Oh, but she can teleport her units, though. This might... She doesn't have any transporters, though, does she? Let's see what happens. No, she didn't have any transporters. All right. Oh, she did have one. I'm actually curious what it does now. That... Oh, dear. If I'm not mistaken, an infantry kind of appeared out of nowhere. That might be a problem. Now, some of these powers are actually so out there that maybe the game doesn't really know how to handle them sometimes. Which is unfortunate, but I guess there's little to be done about it. Okay, that's the air unit problem out of the way. I just need to make sure that that tank doesn't decide to go for the T-copter on the right. So if I drop here, that might help out. And there's a bomber here now, too. Oh, geez. Things are getting a little bit tight over here. I'm pretty sure my tech score is already, like, awful. Okay, that was very, very strange. I'm gonna have to look at that later. Alright, I urgently need some repairs going here. A real winner this map is, isn't it? Luckily, there's some reinforcements coming. It's gonna take a while for them to get over there, though. Maybe I should start, like, building up my money and using it on, Queen of Bubble. Yeah, this is getting sticky. Alright, I'm gonna fire Queen of Bubble on the next turn, and then hopefully I will be able to fend them off for just a little bit longer. I only really need, like, one more turn. Because with a tank in that position... it can't hit the unit on the HQ, I think. Can it? Oh, it can. And there's a copter there, too. The copter can't hit it, though. So as long as I block it, I'm safe. Let's go with this. At least I have a lot of attack power with my COP. It might actually be better to use this than the super. But this will secure my power score if nothing else. Alright, let's hope for the best. Okay, that's good. I've lost a lot of units, but the map is at least clear. I unfortunately can't generate any more units, so I hope 12 lost units is not going to wreck my score. Let's see what happens.
Mission complete.
S rank, S rank. Oh, just barely! 1 point less and it would have been a not S rank. And I do kind of want to S rank all of these maps. So that is switcheroo. That definitely required me to use my brain quite a lot. 13 turns. Pretty good score, too. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of Mangsvance Wars. I'm sweating like crazy. Next time, we'll take on some more maps. So I'll see you for that. And, yeah, have fun with that map, everybody. Hope you get a better score than me.